Well, a toothache is something that most people have experienced at least once in their life. In fact, more than 90% of all adults have experienced a tooth decay of certain degree, whether they know it or not. And a toothache can be immensely inconveniencing. You could be making a presentation at your wedding, driving in jam, or just going on with your normal life, and boom, it attacks you, and you don't know what to do. Well, today I'll bring you 10 ways you can knock that toothache off fast in a few minutes. And it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. But before we go into it, if you are new to this channel, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell so that next time we upload another informative video, you'll be the first one to know. I'll be right back. Alright, here are the 10 methods you can use to knock off that toothache in a minute, fast, and the methods do not have to cost you. A word of caution, the methods I'm going to present here will surely provide you with a quick relief of your toothache. However, they are not definitive treatment for a toothache, and most toothaches will require an intervention of the dentist. Also, if you have any medical condition or you are worried about anything, make sure you consult your dentist before you use any of these herbal remedies. Method number 10, cold compression. This one is easily available in any home. What you do, get ice cubes or an ice pack, wrap it in a towel and compress it on the side of the cheek where the tooth is aching. Apply intermittently for about 15 minutes and the pain will disappear. This works because the cold reduces the blood flow to that area and sends a signal to your brain to numb the area and the pain is relieved. Number 9, hydrogen peroxide. We all know that hydrogen peroxide has antibacterial properties and it has the potential to heal the infection in the gum and relieve you of the pain. So what you do, you take the regular hydrogen peroxide, which is normally 3%, and dilute it to 1.5%. You do that simply by taking an equal amount of water and adding it to the hydrogen peroxide. Let's say you have 100 ml of hydrogen peroxide, add another 100 ml of water and use it as mouthwash. However, make sure that you don't swallow it. Number 8, wheatgrass. The secret weapon of wheatgrass is its high concentration of chlorophyll. This chlorophyll has the potential to kill bacteria, it has the potential to freshen your breath, but also it has potential to heal infections in the gum. It has the ability to provide you with short and long-term relief from toothache. So this is what you should do for maximum benefit. You can either chew the wheatgrass gently until it releases the juice and that juice enters the aching tooth. Once that happens, the toothache will disappear. Alternatively, if the toothache is so intense and you cannot chew, just crush it. Get the juice and drop it inside the tooth, which is aching. And I assure you, the pain will disappear instantly. Repeat this as often as the pain resurfaces until your toothache is addressed appropriately. Number 7. This is very exciting because you cannot fail to get this one, especially in Africa. Guava leaves. Yes, those very guavas you are always enjoying. Guava leaves have ingredients which provide anti-inflammatory properties and antibacterial properties. When you use them, they reduce the swelling of the area and they also reduce the infection level of your tooth, and that is how it relieves pain. This is how you should use them. You can either get the tender soft leaves of the guava and chew them from the side where there is an aching tooth. Chew them and surely the pain will disappear. Alternatively, you can also get the tender leaves, put them in a saucepan and boil with water. Leave it to cool and then you use it for gargling. If you add there a small pinch of salt, you make the solution even better. Use it for gargling and the pain will disappear until you can get to the dentist for proper solution. The other option is to crush the leaves into a tiny paste and apply onto the tooth if the tooth has a hole, and then leave it there until the pain cools. Number 6. Vanilla extract. The magic in the vanilla extract is its alcohol content. That little alcohol has the potential to numb the area, kill bacteria, and relieve pain. This is how you should use it. Take your vanilla extract, get a cotton swab, dip the cotton swab into the extract, and apply it on the affected tooth and its surrounding gums. And within a minute, your pain will go off. Number 5. Garlic. This one is abundantly available, and it is known and used for its diverse medical benefits. But do you know that it is also a powerful pain reliever? Yes, especially for the toothache. It is very effective. What you do, crush the garlic into a paste and take that paste, apply it on the aching tooth, and the pain should be able to be relieved. You can repeat it as long as necessary until you are able to be attended to professionally and the toothache solved for good. And I know you don't like its smell, but for this purpose, you should think more about its powerful pain relieving effect and then forgive it for its smell. Number 4. The onion. Yes, the same onion that we normally use for spicing our food when we are frying. That onion contains phytochemicals. These chemicals target the germs that cause you toothache and other infections in the mouth. Method of use. Cut off a piece and chew on the side of the mouth that is in pain. This allows the juice from the onion to penetrate your tooth. If the pain is too intense to chew, you can use a finger to hold a piece of the onion directly against the affected tooth. Please note that the stronger the smell of the onion, the more powerful its pain relieving effect is. The red and the yellow onions work much better than the white onions. Number 3. Peppermint tea. Either in form of leaves or a tea bag that we know. If you have the tea bag, the method is simple. You can dip the tea bag in warm water and then leave it to cool a bit and then apply on the aching tooth. This should be able to relieve your pain, but make sure the tea bag is not too hot because it will do otherwise. Alternatively, you can place this tea bag in a freezer for a few minutes and then you remove it and apply directly on the tooth. And this should also be able to relieve your pain within 1 minute. Alternatively, take 1 teaspoonful of dried peppermint leaves powder and add to a cup of boiling water. Let it brew for 20 minutes, then use it as a mouthwash. This remedy works effectively and instantly. Unfortunately, it lasts only a short time, so you have to repeat it as often as the pain reappears, which usually happens within few minutes until you take the tooth for proper treatment. Number 2. Warm salt water. I'm sure even your elders in the village know this and they told you this. And guess what? They are absolutely right. Warm salt water is the most known antibacterial agent. What you do, get a half teaspoonful of salt, preferably sea salt. Put in water and boil it. Leave it to cool up to the temperature you are comfortable with in your mouth, and then use it as a mouthwash. Gargle it as often as possible, and this should be able to relieve your pain within a few minutes. Number 1. This is very interesting, and it is clove oil. You know why it is interesting? It has a reagent that dentists actually use in doing sedative dressing, a dressing that reduces pain on your tooth. The substance is called eugenol. This eugenol, which is the active ingredient in the clove oil, is well known for numbing pain, and also it is a natural antibacterial, and that's exactly why we use it in sedative dressing. remedies. But make sure you buy 100% natural clove. When you use this, it's surely going to knock out that pain within a minute. For this purpose, use this method. Get the clove oil, take a cotton swab, dip it in the clove oil and apply on your tooth. Leave it there for 20 minutes. Alternatively, take a dropper, draw some clove oil and put 2 drops onto the aching tooth and still leave it for 20 minutes. When the pain goes down, then you can now rinse it off using warm salty water. And this should be able to knock out the pain. But make sure you don't swallow it. This can be repeated after every 4 hours until you see the dentist. Finally, if you don't have any of this that we have said, for example, you are in a presentation or you are in a meeting or somewhere where you cannot easily access any of these ingredients, you can also use the age-known way of relieving pain, and that is acupuncture. Acupuncture works by touching the sensitive points where there are nerves. But for the case of the toothache, you can try the following. The point at the base between your thumb and your index finger. Rub it gently for about 15 minutes and then the pain should be able. Alternatively, you can also try behind your ankle. Rub it gently for just 1 minute. And this should be able to produce feel-good hormones, and these feel-good hormones are going to interfere with the pain hormones and your pain subside. If you have liked the information in this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. And don't forget to share this secret with all your friends, because you never know when they are going to get a toothache and they have no immediate access to the dentist. This will come in handy and they will thank you for it. But please, you should know that these are really temporary remedies to relieve your pain at home. But most toothaches will require an intervention of a dentist for a permanent solution. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.